güey. No mames. Ya me hartó este hijo de la chingada. No mames.
Adiós, Albedo. ¿Para qué sirve? Bueno, no hay ningún bot. ¿What? ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡No! Ese no era el control de volumen que yo necesitaba, pero bueno, también está bien. Saludos chicos, chicas, bienvenidos a un nuevo stream del Genshin Impact con los encuentros. Con los encuentros de Gorou, ¿verdad? ¿No? Sí, ahí está. A veces no me acuerdo de lo que pongo o de lo que voy a hacer. Vamos a adelantar esos encuentros, amiguitos, porque vendrá el de Cookie Shinobu y supongo que voy a tener que primero desbloquear todos, ¿no? O sea, pasarme todos como para ir en orden de aparición y que la historia no me agarre desprevenido, entre comillas desprevenido. Pero para ir adelantando y además sacar un poco de deseos XD. A ver, vamos de una buena vez a empezar con el juego porque después me voy de largo y aburro. Además de que también tengo que hacer diarias, gastar la resina, cosas por el estilo. Vamos a dejar la música de fondo, ¿no? Un ratito mientras termina esta música. Y de hecho por eso es la 9.54. Bueno, este álbum en específico es el álbum que yo utilizo para arrancar los streamings en la otra plataforma, guiño guiño. Y entre otras también que he utilizado en esta otra plataforma para empezar o terminar los streamings, o para hacer el interlude o el bitrate back. Pero no las he utilizado jamás en en el canal principal, en el canal de Black 95. Hasta el momento, hasta ahora que pues he decidido que no importa ¿cómo se llama? No importa la plataforma donde sea, pues voy a utilizar todo el repertorio de música que tengo en mi PC para presentar o finalizar los streamings. Ya, vale queso, ¿no? Igual, no creo que ninguno de los que esté por aquí se vaya a la otra plataforma y me diga, hey, este men yo lo conozco por la música. En fin, encuentros con Gorou. Déjenme un momento mientras recolecto esto. Tengo que hacer las misiones diarias. ¿Me permiten un ratito? Voy a hacer mis diarias. Esto no tardará mucho, creo. Ahora. Creo que estaba aquí. Aquí está. Este es, ¿no? Yes. Yes.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Justo que se acaba. Fíjate. Vámonos. Igual son diarias, no importa la música. Nada, pito. Fuera. Esta misión diaria en serio es una de las más demoronas. No quiero nada, fuera. Ya tienen un jurado. ¿Vas a poder con todo? ¿Vas a poder con todo? Sí. Ayuda a cocinar. Ayuda a avivar el fuego. Chin.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Déjame bajarle un poquito que está muy alto. Ahí, de fondo. Ah, pendejo. Habla. Tres flores doradas. Ok. Recoge 3 flores doradas frescas. Saludos, Pedro Wispe, que dice, si llegué, ¿cómo están todos? Aquí, genial. Yo, bien decepcionado. No, pues, lo diario, como normal, supongo. Sigo con algo de frío porque el día de ayer estuvo todo el día nublado y hasta ahorita sigue nublado y yo de... No mamen. Ay, soy un reverendo idiota, espérate. Creo que por aquí no es la subida, o tal vez no. Elimina a todos los monstruos. Pues esto va a ser arriba, ¿verdad? La madre, voy al otro teleporter y ya está. ¿Qué misiones para más demoradas? Oigan, yo veo ese césped muy nítido, ¿no? Ah, espérate. Ahora sí. De hecho, por eso se me iba trabando también.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Absorption test. Judgment. My apologies.
Es que sí tiro la definitiva, ¿qué demonios? ¿Y el resto? ¿Qué hace este men allá arriba, güey? Ah. Por Dios, en serio. Es que ni le doy, güey. Si no fuera por allá acá. O sea, ¿cómo le voy a dar a eso, güey? Misión culera, la neta.
Whirling snow. No, my sword. Stand clear. Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Rain outlines your fate.
¿Puedes dejar de moverte, conche? Dios. Puta misión me caga, weón. Porque es en esa zona donde es como una subida. Y si estás más arriba y el enemigo está, entre comillas, más abajo, el enemigo se eleva hasta tu altura. Y cuando le quieres pegar, está demasiado arriba. Está mal diseñada esa pinche misión. Estos enemigos deberían estar en una superficie plana para no tener ese problema.
Stand clear. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test. Yeah. My apologies. Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Perfecto. XD.
No, my sword. Take flight.
¿Se te olvidó desactivar la música o la dejaste así a propósito? Por eso no tenemos música de batalla, ni tampoco de mundo, porque la dejé así a propósito. Está chingón, ¿verdad? Me gusta ese álbum, no sé por qué. Imagínate como yo lo pasé ya que tuve que farmear 200 de esos para aliviar a Ñakokomi. De hecho, güey. Yo también tuve que utilizar a... Espérate, ¿quién necesitaba esas cosas? No fue Yato. ¿Tú? No, tú tampoco. No, tampoco. ¿Qué personajes necesitaban esa madre? No creo que ella. Ella es son los dandobrios, dendobrios. Esa mierda. Este ni loco. ¿Y esto para qué? No creo que haya sido Sayu. Espera, Sayu. Sayu. No, tampoco. Ni idea. Pero, ok.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Not good. Rain outlines your fate. Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Ping.
Swirl, Mark 2. Yeah. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Yeah. No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate. You can't run.
That tingle?
Lo les de audio
That tingle?
duplicado. Ajá. Justamente antes de que lo tirara. Recompensas de encargos y recompensas de expedición. Ok.
Add astro.
Cate,
Thank you for
cate.
Add astro.
Además ya saben por qué la tengo ahí puesta de fondo, ¿no? Porque es tojitas. Arreglos de tojitas. Los arreglos de tojitas siempre vienen bien. Saludos, Samsara09. Bienvenido. Buenas. Buenas, buenas. Buenas las tenga, digo. Buenas, buenas, buenas tardes. La ponen, bueno, ponen asiado con Bárbara, porque para mí igual Bárbara es uno de los mejores personajes para llevar con Xiao. ¿Por qué? Porque te imbuye en hidro y al momento de hacer reacciones es efectivo. Fuerte.
Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Chin. ¿Continuar con el desafío? No. Yo ya sé jugar a Xiao, así que dice... ¿Cómo que drops del Genshin? ¿No los puedo convertir en drops de Warframe? No, pero si los pudieras hacer, seguramente te darían 0,00001 centavo. Porque eso es el equivalente a las recompensas que están dando ahorita de ese drop. O sea, es que son unas migajas, son unas miserias. Pero igual. Ahí están los drops. Para valer callampa. Perdón, voy a llover. Sé que tengo un contrato, pero es que a veces decepciona. Dame a Yelan, por favor. Puta. Bueno, a la próxima sí le hago el ritual. A ver. El ritual de písame, señor. Digo, de sal de ahí, Shenlong. Digo, que salgas tú a Yelan. Eso. Ahora sí. Onta mi perro. Misiones legendarias. Gorou. ¿No está desbloqueada ya la misión de Cookie? Eso se desbloquea luego. Pensé que se desbloqueaba ya ahorita. A ver, primero ¿Veido o Gorou? ¿Cuál salió primero? Con Gorou. Comenzar. ¿Te pagan en protogema? En teoría sí. A ver, espera, música, por favor, cállate.
A blade is like a tea leaf.
También cállate.
I really can't recommend that store highly enough. A couple more visits and you'll find that the fur on your tail is silky smooth. A gorgeous tail like yours deserves lots of tender, loving care. Don't you agree?
No need. I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
Yeah?
You say that, but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it. I'm also guessing that you like to curl up into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
True.
How do you know? Don't be ridiculous. I'm a high-ranking general of Watatsumi Island. How could I do such a thing?
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to be embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
Para.
Really?
Para.
Wait, no. Why are we still on this topic? In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with you in the first place?
Why? Because you are blessed with a wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very cute.
Stop.
Ugh, I'm trapped. How do I get out of this?
Basta.
It's you! Oh, thank goodness. Please save me.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one doing,
Oh no.
I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Gorou has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it? Don't be nervous. Just follow your heart's desire.
She's not going to fall for it. We've fought side by side.
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously.
Ah,
We
estaba
have
aquí
selected a very
porque...
skilled artist to be in charge.
Claro.
I'm confident that the finished product
La
will
editorial
be to
ya
your
es Mico.
satisfaction.
I'll take
Bueno,
a look
la
at it,
editorial ya hay
and
que
if
diga.
everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right.
¿Quieres
I won't
seguir
tease the two of you any further. Do make the
teiciando
most of
al
it,
Gorou,
won't
güey?
you? Quite a lot has changed. I wish you both a fun-filled time on Narukami Island.
Ching. Ah, no, no le va a seguir,
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something?
Son un par de caninos, es obvio que quiere algo.
Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency.
Ah,
Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her.
mujer. ¿Conoces a ella, amigo?
I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used
Ya
to it.
veo.
I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. Something about her is strangely intimidating. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine.
Vale. Está bien, podemos ignorarla.
You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into contact with Yae Miko, everything should be fine.
En realidad, ya Miko no es tan mala persona. No tienes que ir a la editorial. No es mala
Really?
persona.
Well, it's a relief to hear that. In that case, I still have some business to take care of with the Yae Publishing House.
¿Qué asunto?
They run a monthly magazine called That's Life, which has an advice column. Readers write in about their problems, and I'm responsible for responding to them. I'm not quite sure why they chose me, but it's my job now, and I can't give it up just like that. Yae Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the replies, then pack them up and send them back to Yae Publishing House.
Vamos. Dice, ya descubrí cuál va a ser mi main DPS, ojalá me salga. Aplican la de Amazon de pagar a sus empleados en cupones. A la verde. Pregunta, ya que estás en eso, ¿dónde consigo los materiales de ascensión de Gorou? No sé dónde están. ¿Cuáles eran? Es que no tengo a Gorou. ¿Me saldrán aquí? Galería de personajes. Gorou. Ahí es. No, no me sale. Gorou. A ver, dame un momento. La la la. Aquí está. No me jodas que son ¡LOL! ¡Son las perlas! Son las perlas, al igual que Kokomi, son las perlas. Estas perlas se encuentran en toda esta isla, alrededor de esta isla. Es el único lugar donde las vas a poder encontrar. Y sí, nos vamos a Maps. No, ese Maps no. Genshin Interactive World Map. Escritorio. Nos vamos aquí. Oh, me equivoqué de ventana. Esta. Nos vamos aquí donde dice... perla. Esta perla. Ahí está. Aquí en este mapa nos dirá dónde encontrar esas perlas. Alrededor de toda esta LOL están en una sola fila. Y están acumuladas, no sé dónde, si serán abajo o arriba, en este, por este sitio, por aquí, por allá. ¡Chingados! Fuera de aquí.
Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
Acá arriba. Cosas por el estilo. Yo antes utilicé esta página así mismo para Yaemiko, Ayato y creo que también la ocupa Ayaka. Así que por eso tengo que estar farmeando día tras día. Esta chingadera. Si quieres la página ahorita te la paso por acá. Dice, miércoles, me jodí, me salió un personaje que me arregla la cuenta y no lo puedo mejorar. Gracias, juego. Ya ves. El problema del juego cuando ya tengamos Sumeru, cuando ya tengamos Fontaine, cuando tengamos a Nathan por acá, Nathan, no sé cómo pronunciarlo, va a ser el problema que si recién empiezas a jugar, estás en Mondstadt, güey, ¿cómo vas hasta allá si tienes que primero pasar Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, Nathan y ni te imaginas Nesnaya? O tantito peor, el norte de ¿cómo se llama? No me acuerdo cómo se llama. Aunque eso está más cerca, El norte de Mondstadt es un poco más asequible. Esta zona de acá arriba está todavía bloqueada. Y es mapa. Es mapa que luego se va a desbloquear, por si acaso. Ahí nomás la dejo. Directo pantalla completa. Dice luego para que ni los uses. Ey. Yo ya estoy comenzando a utilizar varios de mis personajes, De hecho, por los loles, vamos a hacer esto. Ya,
Whatever would you do without me?
Fisher.
In the name of the princessin.
Creo que está bien, Diona. Y...
May knowledge guide you.
Porque me salió de los websites. Me salió todo personaje... ¿Qué? Esto es más arriba. ¿Dónde es? Me salió todo personajes Gio y con Gorou. Podría hacerme un equipo más... Un equipo me escupió en la cara de gacha. Chin. ¡Chin! Ahí está. De hecho, Fischl con qué... Ah, va. Oh, por Dios, la otra vez estaba utilizando a Eula. Y el problema es que Eula no tiene sus artefactos. Es razón que pegaba tan poquito.
This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to the publisher, the sooner we can go do something else. I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you-know-who at the Yae publishing house later. Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have to think long and hard about how to best answer them.
Me quedaré acompañado.
Great. Let's write the replies together. I'm actually interested to hear your perspective. Let me see here. Let's start with this one. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter and my heart started beating faster and faster. See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic where I can offer much expertise.
Interesante.
What's your take?
Suena que estoy enamorada.
Well, I don't know what it's like to be in love, but if you say so, I think it makes sense. I'll reply like this then. It's likely that the feelings you're experiencing right now won't occur many times in your life. I urge you to summon the courage to seize this opportunity and see where it takes you, no matter where that may be.
Ching.
What? Really?
La neta.
That's how it is in battle, too. Opportunities to seize victory are fleeting. When they arise, you have to capitalize on them right away. I imagine it's the same in love. That's my suggestion, anyway. Come on, let's read the next letter.
Veamos.
My neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried subtly raising the issue in conversation several times, but he always finds a way to dodge my questions. He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. It's like when conflict arises between generals in the army. The proper policy is to resolve it without delay. The most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer demands their money back in no uncertain terms. Do you think that makes sense?
¿Crees que tiene sentido? Quizás deba usar un tono más amable.
That makes sense too. Giving the neighbor an ultimatum would likely harm the relationship between them. But the letter also makes it clear that no matter how many hints the writer gives him, the neighbor won't return the money. In that case, how about we reply like this? Why not ask to borrow some money from your neighbor? Any sum he agrees to lend you can be used to offset the amount he owes. Even if he refuses to lend to you, at least by asking to borrow from him, you are sending him the message that your own financial position
Ponta la llave de mi
is far from
cogot.
optimal,
La tengo en
and
mi
unlikely to ask
inventario.
for money again in the near future.
¿Crees que de verdad funcionará?
I don't know, but it's worth a try. The most important thing is to muster the courage to resist and not give the other person the impression that you're someone they can take advantage of. And we're done with that letter. The next one seems longer. Let me see. Hello, I was born on Narukami Island and now I'm a soldier in
Ay, cabrón.
resistance.
Ay, cabrón.
So, this is from one of my troops?
¿Quizá alguien que conozcas?
Most likely, but I'm not sure who. Before passing any reader's letters on to me, Yai Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process. So I can't be sure who exactly this is. Anyway, let's keep reading. I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt decree, and my anger drove me to join the resistance. My comrades and I have fought side by side, and I have formed deep friendships with them. Since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end, I have remained on Watatsumi Island. But this is not my hometown, and I often find myself dreaming of the cherry blossoms falling on Narukami Island. I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The resistance has treated me well, and I've long been disillusioned by the shogunate, but my hometown tugs constantly at my heartstrings. How should I reply to him?
Esta vez depende de ti, Gorou.
Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my command to leave. But if making them stay causes them pain, how are my actions any different from the Vision Hunt decree? I suppose I'll reply... Narukami Island has changed. You should go back and visit. That should do it.
¿Estás bien?
I'll be okay. Come on, let's finish the rest of the letters.
Gorou y tú escriben todas las cartas.
Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly this time. Let's go and deliver them to the Yai Publishing House, shall we?
Vámonos. El camino de la amistad.
Great. That's all the replies for this round accounted for. Thank you for all your hard work,
Ay,
Mr. Gorou.
¿cómo que?
Think nothing of it.
Ah,
I
ya.
agreed to help, so it's only right that I do the best I can. Could I trouble you to
El
go back to
referiré a
Watson
Kokomi.
and
Kokomi tiene otro seudónimo y creo que
not to persuade them to stay.
Gorou lo
I just-
utiliza.
I don't want them to leave without saying goodbye. Kazuha once told me that the bonds between people whose paths have crossed can never be broken, even after they part ways. But maybe I'm scared he might be wrong. People can change quickly, and I worry that the next time I meet my comrade, who fought so bravely alongside me, there will already be some distance between us.
Vamos a visitarlo juntos.
Great. Then let's head off whenever you're ready.
Acuerdo con los soldados de la isla Watatsumi. ¡Ah, la chingada! Están hasta allá. ¿Por dónde? ¿Por aquí o por allá? Creo que es por aquí. Y ahora que jaja con la Ningguang, no voy a escribir bien el nombre, literal Gorou hacía que pegara. Pues sí, es que si tienes el equipo full geo, Gorou hace que incremente el daño Geo de todos los miembros del equipo. Es interesante.
General Gorou, and Captain of Swordfish too. General Captain, are you here to inspect the camp?
Not this time. I just thought I'd come by to catch up while everyone has some downtime.
Certainly, General Gorou. Anything you want to discuss, we'll share whatever we know. But we haven't been out of the camp lately, so we don't have a whole lot of interesting stories.
Actually, I've had something on my mind and wanted to ask everyone's thoughts on the matter. You see, after the war, Her Excellency streamlined the army and a lot of people were transferred to other duties. Do you still have much contact with each other?
To be honest, not much. We're so busy even with just training and patrolling that it's almost impossible to squeeze in the time to meet up. We have holidays, but we usually use them to go home and spend time with our nearest and dearest. And besides, everyone's vacations come at different times, and our schedules rarely overlap.
Yeah, I'm busy when they're free, and they're busy when I'm free. Anyway, even if we did manage to meet up, what then? We all do different jobs now, and we all have new friends who aren't mutually acquainted. I'm not sure what we'd talk about.
So that's really how it goes, huh?
Algo por lo que todos pasamos.
I know. It's okay. It just seems a pity. That's all.
You know, having said all that, there's something else that I've always felt about this.
Really?
Convicción.
Yes. I feel that no matter how long we're apart, and no matter what we might go through in the meantime, all of us will be straight back here if Watatsumi Island is ever in danger. Even if we've all changed beyond recognition, we can always trust that we've got each other's backs. And that's one thing that's never gonna change.
We're your troops, General Gorou. You trained us, you took us into battle, and led the way as we charged against the enemy. Even if we seldom keep in contact now, we are still brothers in arms. If you say the word, we will all pick up our weapons again at a moment's notice. Long live the resistance!
Yes. That's the way it should be. Long live the resistance. I won't disturb
Larga vida la resistencia, dice
you guys keep
la
training
verdad.
hard. Regarding everything else, I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Tras charlar un rato con los soldados, se escuchan unos pasos.
Ah, General Gorou, you're here. I believe Hiroaki's been hoping to catch you. He's been waiting at the camp for a long time, but never saw you return. Are you planning to head back to camp later? If you're busy, I can go and let him know so he's not waiting there in vain.
Tell him I'll be right over. I know what I have to do now. Come with me. Let's head to the camp.
Veamos. Oye, espérame,
Benjiro is
perro.
right. No matter what changes the future may bring, we will always have each other's
Qué cagado
backs.
se ve.
Sure, there may be some
Gorou
awkward
siendo
silences
perseguido
when
por
we meet
Yamek.
again after a long time, but in no time at all, we'd be the best of friends again.
Price is
least the war has ceased for the time being. Not bad at all.
General Gorou, I would like to request permission to lead the
Dimisión.
resistance, sir. I know this may seem very abrupt, and in fact, I've only just made the decision.
It's all right.
Back then, I had so much hatred for the Vision Hunt decree, and so much disappointment in Narukami Island for supporting it.
Ah, entonces era él.
After the war ended, I wanted to go back and visit, but I still couldn't make up my mind. Thanks to Miss Hina's encouragement, I was finally able to find the courage to talk to you about it.
Hina?
Of course, if you disapprove, I'll obey your orders. I am your subordinate, after all.
La señorita Hina. No me parece haber escuchado ese nombre, pero si lo acabas de... Ay,
Miss Hina?
¿qué-
Who's
qué?
that?
It's a long story.
Forget it. Never mind her.
¿Qué? Te
I
estás
approve your
haciendo
application
el
to leave the resistance.
pendejo, ¿verdad, Gorou?
General Gorou,
Come on. Don't look so down. It's not like we're never going to see each other again. If you ever have the time, you should come back and visit Watatsumi Island. There's no need to limit yourself to a specific place. Just do what you want to do. No matter where we are, we will always be comrades.
Yes, General.
¿Me acompañas al soldado a la costa?
I'll take my leave then. Take care of yourself, General Gorou.
Take care. That was okay. Or should I say, it was for the best. This is how it should be. It should leave you with a smile on your face. Just like this.
A ver, deme un momento. Sí, con pasivos y todo, Ningguang pega un 30% más, agregado que por tener 2 geo baja la resistencia de la misma un 20%. Y llevas escudo incrementas más el daño todavía, ¿sabes? Escudos podría servir... ¿Cómo se llama? Noel. Además de que Noel es healer, así que puedes aprovechar también eso. ¡Hey! Justamente terminamos esto. Despedida con una sonrisa. Nos despedimos con una sonrisa para volver a sonreír en nuestro reencuentro. Profundo. Profundo. Interesante. Continuamos. Mis vidas legendarias. Que la chingada. ¿Y qué es esto? Miren, 20 protogemas. Vámonos. Ajá. Vamos a terminar una sola rama. Seguir jugando desde aquí. O nos vamos por las ramas. Para ir viendo el resto de cosas, ¿no? Oh, no, así nomás. Para centrarnos en una sola rama al inicio y después ir por el resto. Sí, con escudo y Gorou.
Huh. This place, look, why don't we write the replies here? I just hope I don't have another... Anyway,
Ya
the
sabes
writing
quién. Iré a echarle un ojo a la editorial.
Ah, you want to scout ahead? Yeah, that works. This way, if Yae Miko's lying in wait for me there, I can avoid her. But stay sharp, okay? She is a force to be reckoned with. You must be sure to tread carefully.
¿Adversario formidable?
Get yourselves back here right away, and we'll run for our lives. I mean,
¿Corramos por nuestras vidas?
we'll make a strategic retreat. Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Qué miedoso.
I thought you were going to survey the scene at Yae Publishing House.
Ya me voy, culero. cabrón.
right, everyone, settle down. We are gathered here today, united by a common purpose. Now, who can tell me what they think that might be?
Let me
Well,
see.
of course, it's to tell the whole world about how wonderful Miss Hina is.
La señorita Hina, la que, la que gira.
How gentle she is, how understanding
La
she
que jala
is,
iba a decir
how
nombre.
delightfully mischievous she can be. On occasion, we can all testify to the great joy that Miss Hina has brought to our lives. But my friends, there are so many people out there in this world who still need Miss Hina's salvation. We can help by spreading the good news about Miss Hina to every soul in the world.
My friend, do you have a moment to talk about Miss Hina?
Ay, cabrón. la señorita quién?
Friends, I found one!
No,
Someone needs our
no, cringe.
Keep your voice down. We don't want to scare her off.
Cringe.
Hello, my
Qué
friend.
cabrón.
On this joyous day, we would like to open our hearts to you and tell you about the existence of a perfect being. She is gentle, kind, understanding. She is the brightest star in our sky. Here, have this pamphlet.
Oh, cabrón, me acabo de sentir en una convención de anime, cabrón, donde tienen un club de admiradores y así son estos culos. Vamos.
So, what do you think?
¿Qué es eso? No me jodas. What the hell? ¿Esta no es la mamá de Gorou? Oye, pensé que era el seudónimo que lleva Kokomi. Pero no, Hina sí es como una especie de hermana familiar de Gorou, vamos a decir familiar de Gorou. What the hell? La hermana mayor de Taibot. Es dulce y hermosa y responderá a todas tus preguntas. Hará todo lo posible por ayudarte con tus preocupaciones. A la verde, ¿para cuándo el banner? Y yo también espero un banner. De hecho, la anunciaron cuando... Bueno, la anunciaron. La proclamaron. La mencionaron cuando salió Gorou. O más bien el encuentro de Gorou. Y pues ya viendo esta imagen, pues sí, tiene sentido. La señorita Hina, mamá de Gorou, hermana familiar de Gorou, no sé quién sea, pero se parece a Gorou y eso es como una especie de Yaemiko, pero perro o en femenino. Ay, cabrón. ¿Y bien qué te parece? Creo que la he visto antes. No. Oh, sí. Creo que lo he visto antes.
Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I forgot to give you all the details. Have you ever come across a magazine called That's Life, published by the Yae Publishing House? It's a monthly magazine featuring, amongst other things, an advice column. We were among the first readers to send in letters seeking advice, and we've received kind and gentle replies to each one. Although the editor chose to conceal her name, gender, and other details, we all see her as an emphatic older sister figure and feel convinced that she must be the same sort of person in real life.
Su perra madre. No recordaba que esa chingadera estaba tan alto. Me hizo asustar, güey. Me hizo saltar. Y ahorita que recuerdo, hay un diálogo de Yae Miko donde quiere vestir a Gorou. Literal, quiere vestir a Gorou como mujer. Esa sería prácticamente la disque representación de Hina, pero con Gorou. Porque por ahí creo que dicen que se parecen, no sé. No sé si es que Gorou, literal, es Hina, la señorita Hina, o qué. Pues que no tiene sentido. Ya me estoy dudando, pero bueno, va, continuamos.
Oh, there's no mistaking it. Just from her letters, I can feel that she respects me.
Cuando el bande para empezar a ahorrar men.
She has a natural ability to connect with people. She's so considerate. She can always sense our true emotions from our letters and never fails to deliver the advice and the encouragement we need. Except when it comes to the topic of romantic love. She's clearly not an expert there. But even then, that just makes her all the more endearing to us.
Es que está describiendo Gorou. Me está dando miedo.
Recently, the column went through a low period where it just wasn't popular at all. In fact, they almost axed it. Fortunately, Yae Publishing House made the decision to publicize her image, and then the column finally started to grow in popularity.
Entonces la señorita Hina es...
That's right! Miss Hina is the person in charge of That's Life magazine's advice column. She is the one we all admire and adore so greatly. And so, when we heard that Yae Publishing House would be revealing the official likeness of Miss Hina today, we immediately came here from wherever we were, all over the nation, to gather together and to witness this grand moment in history!
Debería volver y preguntar a Gorou sobre esto.
Please, gaze upon the radiant beauty of Miss Hina. See how truly lovely she is.
¿Me dan algún papelito o una foto? Hijo de puta. Es que no me jodas, güey.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
La neta, el Gorou ahorita se está... Espera, ¿cómo que busca Gorou? ¿Dónde está Gorou? Está arriba, está arriba. Lo que está pensando en esos momentos Gorou. Y me cago, me pudro en todo si Gorou llega a ser la mismísima señorita Hina, pero disfrazada. Es que eso fue lo que, además de burro trapo...
Is, you know who at Yae Publishing House?
¿Ya sabes quién? ¿Está en la editorial? Ya no está.
That's good.
¿Tú qué haces aquí, Gorou?
I just finished writing my replies, so I was about to head to Yae Publishing House and hand them in.
¿Por qué les estás ayudando a escribirlas?
Why? I guess it's because I can help people this way. Also, the editor said to me, this is something that only you are capable of.
Stop. Stop que sí es, espérate, sí es. Cancelen. Podcast. Cancela. Sí es. Gorou es la señorita Hina. ¿Y cómo es que me doy cuenta? Pues el tipo este de la editorial ya lo llama a Gorou como señorita señor Gorou. No, puede ser. A no ser que realmente haga el papel de suplantación de identidad. Es decir, que Gorou literal esté ayudando a esa tal señorita Hina. O sea, de que sí, se vista como la señorita Hina, pero en realidad sí haya una señorita Hina. Continuemos. Kawaii, ¿qué tal? Bro, ¿qué tal? Se me va la palabra. Ohio estaba... ¿Cómo estás? Déjame ver si me dicen por acá algo. No me dicen nada. No, güey. Pues... esa es mi teoría,
Quite a solemn request when they first approached me, so I felt like I couldn't refuse it. But once I'd settled into it, I found myself really enjoying it.
Oh, no.
Before I knew it, I had written hundreds of replies, and sometimes they'd respond again just to thank me. It made me so happy whenever they'd compliment me. Every time I think about that terrifying woman, I feel like I want nothing to do with Yae Publishing House. But then, whenever I think about how my replies can help so many people, I feel a sense of responsibility. By this point, I'm so used to it that I'd probably find it hard to adjust if I ever gave it up.
Ching. Tendremos que mantener el secreto por ahora.
Well, I don't quite know what's going on, but
ahorita vengo, deme un momento.
Letters delivered quickly while you know who isn't around.
Disculpen la demora, pero
I'm really looking forward to the readers' reactions when they
sigo
receive
pensando
my
en esto.
letters. In the army, people are always a little reserved when talking to me because I'm a general.
Ajá.
But those obstacles are removed when you're communicating via letters. Everyone who writes seems to treat me like that one friend who they can share anything and everything with. So I'm not about to let them down. Let's head over.
¿Por qué no las envío por ti?
But Yai Publishing House isn't far from here, if I remember correctly. Let's just head there together. Besides, this way, if, you know who does show up, we can look out for each other. Let's go.
Bueno. Ah, bueno. Ah, bueno. No puede ser, güey. A ver. Creo que aquí va a estar... Oh, no.
Strange. It seems unusually lively here today. I don't come here often. Is it like this most of the time?
En realidad no. Hoy es un caso especial.
Hey, there seems to be some commotion over there. Let's check it out.
Allow me to reiterate, my friends. We in the Miss Hina fan club must abide by the club rules.
Ay, ya
First,
vamos a
we
empezar.
mustn't try and probe into Miss Hina's true identity. We of all people cannot cause her any trouble.
Mejor.
Secondly, fans of Miss Hina are not to make any controversial statements when representing the fan club. We must exercise self-discipline and present a good image in front of other people.
Están haciendo todo lo
Thirdly,
contrario.
while our mission is to promote Miss Hina in every way possible, if someone we're talking to says they're not interested, we are to respect that and not go forcing it down their throats.
Me cuesta, cabrón, leer porque es que... Ay, estoy odiando esta situación, cabrón. ¡No! Tercero, nuestra misión es dar a conocer a la señorita Hina de cualquier manera que sea posible. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué? Pero si alguien manifiesta desinterés al respecto, debemos respetarlo y no obligarle a escucharnos. Bueno.
And finally, we are here today because Miss Hina has brought us together, but we are also here to change ourselves for the better, for her sake. Can we do that, people?
No.
Can we do that?
No, carajo.
We can.
Always make her proud and never bring her down.
Qué incómoda, y esa es la que menos me agrada,
So
güey.
this is what they call a fan club. I don't know whose fan club it is, but they are raring to go. Reminds me of the rallying speeches we used to give before going into battle.
Sí.
Something's up, isn't it?
Ching.
I can tell. You're avoiding my gaze. Did something happen? It's not her, is it?
Excuse me, friend.
Oh no. Oh no.
Something about you looks awfully similar
Oh
to
no.
Miss Hina.
Estás imaginando cosas.
I see. Well, one way or another, fate has brought you here. Have you ever heard of Miss Hina?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Ching.
Well, now's as good a time as any for you to find out more. Miss Hina is gentle, kind, and considerate. You can tell her anything that is bothering you, and she will patiently advise you on how to deal with it.
Oh.
No,
she sounds like a very pleasant person to be
espérate.
around.
Alto, 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 alto. Es que Gorou no sabe nada, ya. Es que Gorou no sabe nada. Lo que sucede, a ver, esta es mi suposición. Pero luego de terminar
She must be the polar opposite
esta
of
rama.
Miko, right?
No sabría decir.
But he's the spitting image of Miss Hina. I wonder if they're blood relatives.
Ya.
Have you forgotten? We may not pry into Miss Hina's identity.
At least let's take a photo with them.
Friend, may we take a photo with you?
Chingados. Chingados.
We borrowed a camera specifically to witness the official unveiling of Miss Hina's image today.
Sure, that's fine. Why do you want to take a picture with me?
Es una costumbre en la isla Naruka. Es una peculiar costumbre de la editorial Yai.
All right, sure.
Está mal.
That should do it. Right, I should really be heading to the Yai Publishing House to hand in those letters now.
Uf, logramos que no se diera cuenta.
Make way, everyone. Make way. The Miss Hina billboard is here. Please, make some space. Coming through.
Ahí vamos.
Hey, everybody! It's the real Miss Hina!
Ahí vamos.
Miss Hina! Miss Hina!
Now I'm curious too. Let's go over and take a look.
¡No! ¡No!
Huh? Why?
Escuché que ya Miko está viniendo. Vámonos.
Really? Then we can't stay. Let's get out of here. As curious as I am to see what all the fuss is about, it'll have to wait until next time. So please join me again the next time I'm delivering letters.
Ajá. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Por qué tengo el presentimiento de que me estás ocultando algo? Dime que está ahí. Si está ahí, juepuchica. Ay, por Dios.
The new book from Young Publishing House. Come take a look.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make...
Ay, güey. Ay, ya Miko, eres una desgraciada. A ver. Los pongo en contexto. Ya sé quién es la señorita Hina. Y esto es culpa de Yaemiko. ¿Por qué es culpa de Yaemiko? Como la historia de Gorou, o bien el encuentro de Gorou, empezó con la conversación entre Yaemiko y Gorou. Queriéndole, pues, hacer cosas a su pelaje y que cosas por el estilo, ¿no? Yaemiko, o más bien Gorou, dijo que la editorial Yae lo había seleccionado a él para responder esas cartas, ¿verdad? Las cartas que estábamos... bueno, que ahí se ve que tiene unas cartitas, ¿no? Que es de lo que estaba Gorou respondiendo. Y los admiradores están diciendo que la señorita Hina pues responde sus cartitas, ¿no? De cosas, preguntas, consejos que el mismo Gorou está respondiendo. Solamente que Gorou está confiado de que la editorial Yae le encarga esa responsabilidad a Gorou. Pero los admiradores piensan que la señorita Hina está respondiendo esas cartas, cuando en realidad es Gorou quien las está respondiendo. ¿Por qué tiene este aspecto la señorita Hina? Porque está basado en el aspecto de Gorou. Ahora, permítanme un rato. Vamos a visitar al Vlad del pasado. ¿Cómo la ven? Vamos a visitar al Vlad del pasado. Pero tendrán que aguantarme 1 minuto, 2 minutos, porque esto es importantísimo, güey. ¿Dónde está el evento del Festival Irodori? Aquí está. Secundarios. Creo que es en la secundaria. O sea, en las misiones secundarias. Permítanme un rato. Ahorita busco por completo dónde está toda esa información que es importante. Creo que es aquí. Aquí está.
We're both coming to the era.
1080, por favor. Estoy buscando el texto en específico. Entonces no existe. Probablemente no.
It says on the list that Her Excellency had an editor called Onodera purchase the latest issue of A Legend of Sword for her in advance. Well, we'd better not keep him waiting too long.
Interesante.
You know him. We'll
A
lead
ver.
the way.
Vlad del pasado. Dice. Un muñeco de Kitsune que le regalaron a Gorou cuando ayudó a Kokomi a comprar unos.
Hyman doesn't know if he's lucky.
Purchase, you're able to enter the Yae Publishing House's lucky draw.
Por aquí debería estar, güey. Por aquí cerca. Es que está por aquí cerca.
Just turn the handle and a prize ball.
Go
Ni siquiera da vuelta.
Prize
Lucky Duck.
novel published by Yae Publishing House. To shake hands.
La señorita ya ahora come.
I have to shake her hand.
Guy won the Yae Publishing House novels.
Excuse me.
Estoy acercándome. Tranquilos, tranquilos, tranquilos. Agro.
Festival was to purchase some works on crop culture.
Vamos a acelerar la búsqueda.
that was pretty at the ceremony.
I guess I got a burst of courage when I thought about of Watatsumi Island's armed forces. How could I battlefield?
Estoy acercándome. Tranquilos, tranquilos.
She might make a.
While waiting.
What did?
The light novels for
Aquí
books
está,
on
aquí está, aquí está, aquí está, aquí está, aquí está, aquí está.
That's great.
considering your intended use for those books.
Ah.
Books. Take them to energy ceremony time.
Le dejó una
I
carta.
didn't think Yae Miko would cancel the ceremony. Huh. I was so convinced that she would try and make a fool out of me. Now it seems like I was overly suspicious of her.
¿Qué dice la carta?
Anyway, I'll go with the editor.
¿Qué dice la carta, güey?
I won't trouble you guys anymore.
No es mañana por la noche, creo.
Great.
Ah, que todavía no es. A ver, espérate. Aceleremos, aceleremos, aceleremos.
And
It was Yae Miko.
Miko send you a letter yesterday? What did it say?
La carta. Por favor. Por favor. Sí, el Vlad del pasado, por favor.
I'll read it now.
Dear Gorou, I suppose you must have been extremely nervous when you heard about the prospect of the award ceremony and the photo. It came as a surprise indeed to learn that not only did you accept those conditions, you also made your own demands. Your courage has won my respect. Those books are a token of my goodwill to Watatsumi Island, and also my gift to you. I do hope you like them.
¿Para ti?
Ah, yes. I'm sure that by this point you must be feeling ever so grateful for my kindness.
Tink.
And are looking for a way to repay me, yes? Well, here's your chance. Yae Publishing House will host an event next month, and we are looking for someone to dress up as a character from a light novel and interact with the
Que se disfrace de algún personaje de alguna novela ligera y que interactúe con los admiradores. ¿A qué le suena?
fans.
Oh, no.
Gorou, you are not only patient, but also very beautiful. What?
Es que ya lo tiene preparado, güey. Preparé un traje a medida solo para ti. ¿Qué te pasa?
Help us. I'll prepare a tailor-made outfit just for you.
Que ya.
Oh, and by the way,
¡Ay, por Dios! ¡Ah, no me acordaba de eso! ¡Sí se lo dice, güey! ¡Sí se lo dice!
be a woman's outfit.
No puede ser. No, güey.
I knew it! I knew she was up to something!
Vaya, vaya. Pasado de burger, güey. Pasado de burger. Pues sí. Hina, la señorita Hina, es una creación de parte de Yaemiko. Es la próxima skin de Gorou, la señorita. ¿Quién sabe? Pero es malévolo. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué te pasa? No, si se me pasaron de verga. De hecho, yo cuando oí la señorita Hina, sí pensé que fuese un personaje, una hermana, o la madre, o qué sé yo, de Gorou. Pero ahorita enterándome ya más a fondo con la historia de Gorou, Dios, no me estoy arrepintiendo de estar jugando esto. Ya me doy cuenta que es el mismo Gorou, pero es que Gorou no sabe quién es la señorita Hina porque es una maraña de Yaemiko. Oh, por Dios. Qué calor, cabrón, qué calor. ¿Onta mi abanico? ¿Onta mi ventilador? Enciende esa madre. Hace frío, pero enciende esa madre que me dio calor. Yo si lo hubiera rolado, chaval. Yo igual me estaba haciendo ilusiones, pero es Gorou. Confirmamos, es Gorou. ¿Qué? ¿Y el audio? Ay, soy un idiota, espérate. ¿Conoces a Yaemiko? Claro, tengo el audio de los diálogos abajo. No, pendejo. Ay, cabrón, qué risas, güey. Cállate. Cállate. Gracias.
Most humans could have the entire...
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed peace treaty with the Shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the Shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. Something about her is strangely intimidating.
Es el instinto canino,
I deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine.
¿Y si te ayuda a superar tu debilidad?
That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, they'd be very disappointed. So, I have to overcome it, for their sake. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take on Yaemiko again. First things first, though. Do you have any ideas on where to begin?
Puedo fingir que soy una de esas mujeres con las que no puedes lidiar.
I see. So if you pretend to be someone like her, I can keep practicing on you.
Ching.
If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start?
¿Has estado en una situación similar antes?
Now that you mention it, I remember having a similar experience back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them.
Ay, cabrón. Entonces me haré pasar por
I
comerciante.
think we can give it a try.
Hay muchas de esas.
There's an island called Rito nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere.
Hay muchas de esas, la verdad. De hecho, es por eso que en el comercio generalmente, o sea, como mostrador, como chica del demostrador, pues ya lo estoy diciendo, escogen más a mujeres que a hombres, porque el enganche. O sea, aparte de la presencia, es... Una chica te puede convencer mejor que un joven o un hombre, como le
So
quieras.
this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryou Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman.
A pinches hombres calenturientos. De hecho, fuera bromas, en un local de cosas chinas, así, chucherías chinas, todos o todas sus empleadas eran jovencitas. Diría que no pasan de 17 años. O sea, entre 14 y 17 años estaban trabajando ahí. Supongo que medio tiempo porque, pues, obviamente tendrán estudios, creo yo. Pero tenían esta apariencia. Y eran personas latinas. Ya ni voy a decir con rasgos de mi propio país porque aquí se encuentra de todo, sinceramente. Pero eso. No tenían rasgos chinos, sino rasgos latinos. Y es que también por la búsqueda de trabajo, pues... En fin. De hecho, ¿sabías que en Japón a las mujeres que estudian teatro algo similar les prohíben tener novio? Teatro. Hay una profesión que sí te prohíben tener novio, pero no recuerdo cuál es. Creo que es modelo. Modelo. Creo que te prohíben tener novio. Es algo similar, ¿no? Teatro, modelo. Pero va por ahí. Pero supongo que ha de ser por el tema de terminar embarazada, ¿no? Yo siempre he dicho, si es una de esas cosas así de que te prohíben tener o prohibir cosas, pues simplemente un sombrero, ¿no? Y saben a lo que me refiero. O una pastilla o un parche, cualquiera de ellas. Aunque es más efectivo un sombrero. Digo. Vamos a la verdad, yo seré tú. yo seré yo y tú. Eres una mujer de astuta. Eres tú. ¿Viniste aquí solo para verme? ¡Chin!
Hi. Hi. So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets, please?
Son 20,000 moras.
Okay, I'll settle the check right away.
¿Eso es todo?
The price seems pretty cheap to me. In which case, no need to haggle, right?
Son 200,000 moras.
I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so I never really know how to respond. This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now?
Intentemos con algo que te interese más. Con un hueso.
Maybe, cake?
100,000 moras por un trozo.
That's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake.
Oh. Eso no tienes que hacer un pequeño favor.
Wait a sec. If you think about this from another angle, a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular cake.
Ay, perro.
Let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough.
Un momento.
So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice?
No lo creo.
What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly?
Conozco a un fatui con la personalidad perfecta. Sí, es Novail. Tartaglia.
It looks
Child,
like a trip
como le
into the
quieras.
wild is in order. Let's go give it a try.
¿Qué?
Fingers crossed he comes traveling with me.
¿Ah? ¿Cómo que? ¿En qué momento? A ver, vamos. Dice, es que según lo hacen para que así puedas vender la ilusión de que puedes salir con esa chica si le das suficiente dinero. Bueno, eso es cierto. Sin gorrito no hay regalito. Tal cual. Lo que hacen las streamers y las VTubers, vaya. En teoría, ¿no? En Japón saben que eso da dinero y es por eso que desde muy temprano les prohíben tener pareja para que genere más dinero y la compañía se lleve una buena parte. Qué poco humanos los japoneses. Se llama capitalismo, diría Oscar. Por eso es que en Japón el tema de las idols es muy popular porque genera un montonazo de dinero. Ya ves Hatsune Miku y después la tenemos ahí en la tenemos ahí en el Project Diva. Hablando de este pendejo, ¿qué pasó? Contexto, porfa, Deme un momento, déjeme responder un mensaje. Pero eso lo dijo una japonesa, así que son facts. Ya sé. Y te creo, o sea, es que así son. El capitalismo. Miren, vamos a entrar. Ahorita que terminemos de esto. De esta de aquí, perloteo. Vamos a ir con Oscar para que nos enseñe clases de capitalismo.
I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more years.
No puedo esperar a ver.
Right? I mean, at the very least, I need to look more muscular than my subordinates. I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time?
¿Viniste a jugar conmigo? Esto... Este diálogo lo dice la Fatui Electro. ¿Y por qué lo sé? Porque tengo el juego en inglés. La Fatui Electro dice, "Are you here to play with me?" ¿Viniste a jugar conmigo? Are you here to play with me?
I smell danger.
Solo soy yo. Creo que mi observación fue muy convincente.
Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait. Behind you. It wasn't my imagination. They really are here.
¿La Fatui Electro?
Are you here to play with me?
Bien. Me gustó.
Right now.
Qué buena
By royal decree.
ruptura de la cuarta pared, que diga.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Let me use myself a No, my sword!
Everyone on me!
Show them.
Go, pew! Oz, reveal thyself! Now you've got me worked. Look at me.
¿Quién falta?
Shake it and stir! No, my sword!
An unfortunate fault.
¿Otra vez?
Body and mind.
Can't run.
Fall in! Press the advantage!
Joy, we've only just miscalculated.
I summon thee! Rain outlines your fate.
Advance!
By royal decree.
¿Saben quién puede estar bien con...
It's all fun and games until the real Fatui show up, huh?
¿Saben quién puede estar bien con Fischl? Yunjin. Yunjin puede estar bien con Fischl. Yunjin, Ayato como sub DPS. Y tal vez Zhongli. Voy a probarlo. No pensé que aparecieran verdaderos Fatui.
Interruption has really ruined the mood for me. Let's not do any more Fatui impressions for today. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options?
¿Es hora del plan Z? Solo queda un último recurso.
What do you mean?
Imitaré a la persona que más teme.
Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things, and cautions against trying to advance too quickly. To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right.
Ármate de valor e inténtalo.
I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. It's not like me to shy away from a challenge like this.
No me quiero imaginar cómo es esta parte usando el viajero. Oye, buena pregunta. ¿Y si el viajero tiene otros diálogos? En plan como el Fatui Electro, el Fatui Pyro o el Fatui... el gordo, el de agua. O el de hielo. Es una buena pregunta, ¿eh?
Let's do it! Time for a make or break training exercise!
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
What shall we do?
Which opera shall we perform today? I created another
El viajero, una Warframe referencia. A ver, dame un toque, ahorita vengo. ¡No me tardo! Disculpen la demora. El transportarse. Me dio hambre. Ahorita me agarro unas galletas y me como.
And we're back.
¿Listo?
Don't worry, my head's in the game this time. I am a
parece.
high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the general of the resistance. Whatever
XD.
tricks you got up your sleeve, you're not going to get to me.
Y ahorita aparece Yamiko,
Bring it
¿no?
on.
Entonces no voy a contenerme. ¡Qué adorable!
This feels like...
Vamos, déjame acariciar tu culo. ¡Ay, no! ¡La madre!
Yes, it definitely feels like...
¿Yamiko?
No, not even slightly.
¿Eh?
It's not that you do a bad impression of her, more like something is missing. I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile and her piercing gaze. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide, like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side in the past, and I know I don't have to have my guard up around you.
¿Quién es
But it also means that this training won't work. I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine, as much as it pains me to do so. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating.
Un poco de pastel te animará.
Are you serious? I love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go buy some cake.
Chinga la madre.
All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet.
Ve a un lugar tranquilo. Más allá.
This is so good.
¿No sueles comer pastel?
It's certainly a rarity in the camp. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then it usually means meat and wine, not dessert. So, thank you for treating me to some cake. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them. But as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint.
¿Quieres probar el pastel que... ¿Qué? ¿Que compré yo?
Wow, don't mind if I do. That's so sweet.
Los postres son lo mejor, la felicidad es lo que más importa. Continuemos. 3 de 5, son 5 rutas nada más. Ok. Aquí me falta una, aquí me falta otra. Porque siento que...
I created another universe.
¡Cállate! Lo que me va a emperrar de usar a Fischl son sus diálogos, güey. La chunibio esta. Aquí.
There was definitely something sorry that you had. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are. I've never been. I could probably deal.
Aquí hay un montón, de hecho. Vamos a ver si...
To be honest, so as soon as I've worked through, first.
Vamos a comenzar con los fundamentos
Good
teóricos.
plan. Start by studying some theory, address the fear at its root, and then I'll have nothing to be afraid of. But where would I go to learn about this? I wouldn't know anyone on Narukami Island. Oh, let's go back to Watatsumi Island and ask around there.
Veamos. Vamos por buen camino, ¿verdad? Misiones legendarias en proceso, esta chingadera. Sí, vamos por buen camino. Buenísimo, diría yo. Ah, claro, el problema de Fischl, ahorita que estoy dándome cuenta, es que es de daño físico. ¿Sabías que si hay gente como Fischl en Japón? Me imagino.
I had an idea on the way here. Many of my army comrades are older than me, and I'm sure that handling this kind of situation must be second nature to them by now. So I thought we could go ask them for advice. But I can't just go to them and say, hey, I'm no good at this. So instead, I'm going to go with a cover story, that I'm asking for a friend.
Shuhei.
I see. So you're saying that your friend, is having some trouble with a certain someone who has an intense personality?
Yes. So I'm here on my friend's behalf to ask you for advice on a coping strategy.
Sabe que se trata de él mismo.
Based on my experience, the easiest way to deal with people like that is just go through the motions.
Oye, viejo, no apliques la mía. ¿Qué clase de lógica es esa?
Well, you see, General Gorou, General Gorou's friend, I mean, always listens intently when other people are talking, and takes them very seriously.
Bueno.
No matter who the other person is, General Gorou's friend treats them all equally. Which, don't get me wrong, is something I admire very much.
A ver, déjame un momento que tocan la puerta. Continuemos. Dice, al parecer queda así por ver mucho anime. Pues si es desde niños que ven mucho anime, pues así se quedan, literal. Ya siendo como de... Digo, de la edad de 13 años en adelante, ya no creo que se queden así. Porque ya tienen algo de fundamentos de la vida. Si es que no se la han pasado viendo animes anteriormente. Ya de a partir de los 13 años en adelante que veas lo que veas, yo creo que ya no te atrofia el cerebro tanto, ¿no? Admirable.
But the other side of the coin is that it makes General Gorou's friend very susceptible to falling for the other party's verbal traps and being led by the nose. If something like that is bothering you, your best bet is simply to not give the other party your full, undivided attention. Don't hang on their every word, and when they ask a difficult question, just gloss over it.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. So that's how it's done.
Well, it's something to try. Whether it'll actually work in this case is a different question. Going through the motions is a skill that everyone has to get the hang of as they get older. I'm guessing General Gorou's friend is on the younger side.
Well, on my friend's behalf, thank you for your advice.
Don't mention it. Oh, yes, I heard that Miwa from Sangonomiya Shrine is also in the area. Why don't you ask her for advice too?
Miwa.
She's supposed to be good with interpersonal stuff. It can't hurt to get another perspective.
Makes sense. All right, let's see what Miwa has to say. Most people who wish to have an audience with Her Excellency usually start by presenting their name cards and official documents to Miwa, who then passes them along. So I'm sure Miwa has lots of experience dealing with all kinds of people. Hopefully, she'll have some good ideas.
General Gorou, And the captain of Swordfish too. What are you doing here?
We wanted to ask you about something.
Le cuentas el problema, amigo.
I see. So General Gorou's friend wants to overcome his weakness, right?
That's right. Do you have any advice?
Personaje genérico número 84.
Let me think. My advice would be to hide what you are really thinking.
¿Qué? Evitar mostrar lo que piensa.
Cast your minds back. Why do you think Yae Miko was able to tease General Gorou's friend, and not the other way around? It's because she always has that same smile on her face, so no one ever knows what she's really thinking. She's already won the battle right from the start. If General Gorou's friend wants to go head-on with her, he must at least learn to do as she does, to conceal the workings of his mind.
Ah, you make so much sense. So what you're saying is, my friend just needs to keep his cool, and she won't have the chance to take advantage of him.
Verde. Oye,
Things look complicated on the surface, but often, all it comes down to is who loses their cool first.
Tienes razón.
You have my gratitude. I'm sure with your approach, that friend of mine will be able to overcome his weakness.
Then I wish General Gorou's friend a great victory.
Well, I'm slowly starting to gain confidence.
Hey.
Oh, I suddenly remembered. Her Excellency updated her general operational directives recently. Who knows? There may be some useful suggestions in there too. Let's go take a look, just to be thorough.
General goods, handy and cheap.
Her Excellency handed me the general operational directives in 3 parts, and I think this is where I placed them.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Let's see. Deployment and mobilization, logistics, conflict resolution, dealing with Outlander merchants. Aha! Got it! How to avoid awkward social situations. That's Her Excellency for you. She thinks of everything, doesn't she?
¿Qué dice?
Socializing is as important as a decisive battle. Know yourself and your enemy to succeed. Boy, if even Her Excellency treats this so seriously, then we'd really better be careful. What I take from this is it's not enough just to learn some general countermeasures. We need specific knowledge of Yae Miko's individual weaknesses to achieve ultimate victory. But how do we figure her out?
Podríamos visitar la editorial Yae.
Yae Publishing House. Makes sense. Since she goes there often, perhaps we can find some telling details about her there. Let's go and investigate.
¿Cómo que no tengo espacio suficiente en el inventario? Oye, ¿es un artefacto blanco? Sí. Qué asco. Fortalecer. Daño crítico. Perfecto.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my...
¡Cállate! Up.
By royal decree.
Ah, greetings. Here to buy some books? We just got a new batch of light novels in. Oh, these ones are all the rage at the moment. I must say that Lady Guji has a keen eye for a good... Apparently, the rumor goes that if you can impress Lady Guji with your writing, you're just one small step away from becoming the next big author.
¿Estos libros los seleccioné yo a mí con persona?
Yes. Well, first we screen all manuscripts, filter out the bad ones, and write synopses for the rest. Then we send those to Lady Guji for final approval.
So, you have close dealings with Guji Yae. What sort of person is she?
Well, for starters, she's a very busy person. Whenever she visits the Yae publishing house, she never stays for long. So, actually, we don't know a whole lot about her.
Ah, pues.
Still, she seems very invested in Yae publishing house. And on occasion, she'll share some of her promotional strategies with us. Take That's Life magazine, for example. When we first started running it, sales were very poor. The return was barely covering costs, and for a while, it was on the verge of being axed. But the fans weren't happy about the prospect of their favorite magazine being discontinued. They kept writing in, begging us to keep it going. So in the end, Lady Guji stepped in and drew up a new marketing plan. Next thing you know, sales are through the roof.
That's Life? Wait, isn't that...
¿Qué pasa?
Nothing. It just reminded me of something unrelated. I didn't realize Yae Miko personally handled the marketing for Yae Publishing House. Yet more proof of her unparalleled skill in reading people's minds. Anyway, thank you very much. Is there anything more you can tell me about Guji Yae?
No, that's all. Look, I'm not sure what your plan is here, but I caution you against trying to second-guess Lady Guji. Just my opinion, but she's the most mysterious person I've ever met.
You think she's mysterious too? I guess we can forget about getting any insights this way then. Actually, you said that this batch of light novels was hand-picked by her, right? Maybe we could take a brief look. Perhaps we can get some inspiration from them.
Sure. If you're interested, I recommend this book. I've been to other worlds, but I've never tasted defeat.
Eh?
The protagonist doesn't have any particularly exciting abilities, but never fails to defeat strong opponents. It's all thanks to their wealth of experience and cunning strategies.
Cunning strategies. In that sense, it sounds similar to Her Excellency Sangonomiya.
Oh, there's an iconic line in this book that people quite like. One who relinquishes nothing also gains nothing. If you want to win when you're at a disadvantage, a little sacrifice is probably going to be necessary.
Thank you for the valuable advice. Well, one more string to our strategic bow. Although I didn't learn much about my enemy, I've still learned a lot from everyone. It's time to put these theories to the test. Let's go to Yae Miko's lair, the Grand Narukami Shrine.
¿Qué? Directo. Vaya, vaya. Ching.
So this is the Grand Narukami Shrine. It's the first time I've been to this place.
Oh no.
Hello there. You look like you have something weighing on your mind. Would you like to draw a fortune slip? The Grand Narukami Shrine's fortune slips have always been very accurate.
I've heard that the generals of the past used to employ all sorts of divination techniques to find out their fortune before a battle. I'm not in the habit of it, but since the opportunity's come up, I'd like to give it a try. Let's draw one together.
Del centro a la derecha.
Let's see what we've drawn. Oh no, it's misfortune. This is a bad sign. The road ahead is going to be a dangerous one.
Eso no nos detendrá.
You're right. When I think about it, I'm a general of Watatsumi Island. I shouldn't let some Narukami Island fortune slip hold me back. Onward!
Guardia. Retalla de Miko el último desafío. Ay, no puede ser.
Any second now, we'll be face to face with her.
Enseñémosle quién manda.
Don't worry, all our hard work is definitely going to pay off. She can forget about teasing me this time.
¿Encuentras a Miko con Gorou?
Oh? You arrived a little later than expected. Did you run into some trouble along the way?
¿Sabías que vendríamos?
But of course. That's why I'm here waiting for you.
So what if you knew we were coming? This time, we won't get caught off guard. We're here to...
Slow down. No need to rush. Let me guess.
Dios mío.
In the past, I used to have many believers coming to see me at the shrine every day. And most of them came for the same reason.
Espera. ¿Qué estás insinuando?
Especially those who came in pairs. 9 times out of 10, they were here seeking to know their future fate, hoping that it would be a lifetime together.
Interesante.
If you're interested, I'd be quite happy to do
Ey.
Together for a lifetime?
Ey. Calma, Gorou. Ah, no, eso es caballo. Quieto. Sit.
Remember what Shuhei said? We mustn't pay too much attention to what she says. Otherwise, we may be fooled by her cunning words.
Now that I think about it, perhaps I never needed to recommend that
¿Entienda?
school to you in the first place. You can just leave all your fur grooming to your little friend here. Imagine her holding your tail in one hand,
Que la
gently with the other.
Stop.
Oh, not good. My mind is already full of mental images.
En la mía también.
I'll have to resort to the method Miwa taught us.
By the way, there's really no point in trying to hide the way you feel.
Su
You might be
pinche.
able to remain stony-faced if you really try, but with your tail swishing behind you, it tells everything.
What?
Then again, you know what? Most people only pay attention to your tail, but those soft, pointy ears are really just as fascinating.
There's only one method left. A cunning strategy that no one saw coming. This is going to hurt me almost as much as it hurts my opponent.
Gorou.
There's no other way.
Gorou.
I think the real reason you know me so well is that you're just like me. Just like me, you hug your tail when you go to sleep. And just like me, you daydream about someone else grooming your tail for you.
I see. You decided to admit your feelings in an effort to bring me down with you. Not bad. I suppose this is a step forward for you. But I'm afraid
No tiene cola.
I don't have a tail at all.
No.
¿Te fulmino? Gorou.
Retreat! Fighting on is futile. Better to conserve resources for the next confrontation. We're out of here. When I get back, I'm going to train harder than I've ever trained before. I won't lose to her again.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.
Chingado. Retirada estratégica la próxima vez. Ciale. ¿Quién eres tú?
What? Another bad one?
Oye, y se me fue ya, Ching. Bueno. No hay pedo, esas madres es como el horóscopo, puras mentiras. Vamos a ver. Para tu suerte. A ver. Leamos. Este es, ¿verdad? Suerte mayor. Las nubes se disipan revelando la luna en el cielo. La suerte le sonríe a quien quiera que obtenga esta fortuna. El corazón es claro como un espejo y aquellos que desees se volverá realidad. Hoy es un buen día para ti, ya sea que quieras hacer algo, que quieras encontrarte con alguien, es momento de actuar. Tu objeto de la suerte de hoy, pistilo de flor llameante. El ardor de la flor llameante proviene de su núcleo abrasador. Todo irá bien ya que hay una ruta clara en tu corazón. Curioso. Pero ya no tengo más deseos. F. Falta una ruta.
I created...
Falta la última ruta.
No rest for the wicked.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Sorry that you had to... Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never... I could probably...
No tienes que ir a la editorial ya de ahora mismo.
Okay, whatever you think's best. Let's avoid Yae Publishing House for now. Actually, there's something else I have to sort out while I'm on Narukami Island. It's a personal matter. Back when we were fighting the Shogun's army at Nazuchi Beach, I had a box with me that contained some very important items. The odds were stacked against us that day, and the resistance was forced to retreat. I had to abandon the box, but I managed to quickly bury it first. I went back to collect it on this trip, but it turned out someone had already dug it up. So I asked around the area, and the locals said that apparently the Adventurers Guild had beaten me to it. That box is very important to me. I have to get it back from the Adventurers Guild. Would you mind coming along?
Por supuesto.
Thank you so much. Let's head right over. Time is of the essence.
Le cuentas a Catherine que Gorou está buscando una caja que enterró.
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult.
¿Qué pasó?
Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe and sound. However, I'm unable to return it to you at present. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure hoarders, which is still under investigation.
That's strange. I buried that box there. What does it have to do with the treasure hoarders?
Allow me to explain. Not long ago, we received a commission concerning a theft by treasure hoarders at Komore Tea House. The adventurer who accepted the commission followed their trail and heard that they had buried the treasure at Nazuchi Beach. But when we went to dig up the stolen items, we found many other things buried there along with them. As such, we cannot ascertain which of the items have to do with the treasure hoarders at this stage. For now, all we can do is hold all related items at the Adventurers Guild until such a time as we have caught the group of treasure hoarders in question. Then, we will see that all items are returned to their rightful owners.
I see. I never expected that other people would be burying things in the same place.
Es un hueso.
Well, since these are the rules, I won't press you for it. But might I ask how the investigation is coming along?
This is where the difficulty arises. To date, we have still not been able to locate the hiding place of the treasure hoarders, so I'm afraid it still could take some time.
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help. I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything is in order, you'll be able to return my box to me. It's very important to me, so the sooner I get it back, the better.
That is perfectly acceptable. However, many adventurers have investigated this case recently. They have searched far and wide, but their efforts have been fruitless. If the two of you are still interested in taking the case, you may have to devise an original approach.
Primero visitemos la casa de té Komore.
Yes, it seems like the only sensible place to start. With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Well, actually, since it's come up, what's the Komore tea house like?
Un sitio para tomarte.
Well, obviously. Anyway, let's just go take a look.
Bueno, obvio, de cualquier forma, vamos, eso es lo que dijo. No dijo lo que tenía en el subtítulo. Quita perro.
Are you here to investigate the recent theft as well? We're grateful for the assistance. However, I'm afraid I don't have any more clues. It was Tarumaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole.
Oh.
They struck late at night while there was no one in the surrounding area, so they could slip in unnoticed.
El fondo de reserva número 2 de Tarumaru. O sea, los dos perros. Perfecto.
By the time we realized, it was too late. They left enough clues for us to retrieve the box, but we found no trace of the group of treasure hoarders who dared to target our tea house. I've asked around many times, and there were no eyewitnesses at all. We're definitely dealing with experienced crooks here.
Wow.
Oh, Tarumaru, what are you doing out here? How strange. I don't know what's gotten into Tarumaru today.
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding.
¿Entiendes lo que dice Tarumaru?
How can I describe it? It's like listening to a regional dialect. A lot of it goes over my head, but I can still get the general gist. Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime.
Un momento, ahorita
Treasure
vengo.
hoarders didn't see Tarumaru as a threat, so he stayed and listened in on their whole conversation.
A ver, continuemos. Dice que estaba en la escena del crimen. Los ladrones de tesoros no consideraron que Tarumaru fuera una amenaza, así que se quedó a escuchar toda la conversación.
Since there were so many of them and they were armed, Tarumaru didn't dare to bark loudly, so we just had to let them go.
Oh, no wonder. Poor boy. He's been acting more anxious than usual lately and is always looking outside. And I thought he just wanted someone to take him for a walk.
Yes, that does sound like quite a predicament. Okay, I think I understand now.
Yo no.
Tarumaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly below Tenchukaku. No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for treasure hoarders. He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is Kosuke, and the second in command is called Yasuhisa. The leader's scent indicated he was probably from the Narukami Island area, while the 2 newcomers in the team were more likely from somewhere else.
Eso te dicen dos ladridos.
It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. We will definitely get your belongings back. Let's go there in person. We might not have any troops with us, but between the 2 of us, we should be able to deal with a handful of petty thieves.
Yes. Batalla. Pues sí. Dice, ¿cómo hay gente que sí cree en esas cosas? En el horóscopo, ¿verdad? Aunque puede y en parte esté bien, la mayoría de veces suelen decir que les irá bien y si esa persona tiene en mente que tendrá buena suerte va a actuar con más confianza y terminará yéndole bien, de verdad, como un efecto placebo. O tal vez porque las descripciones de los horóscopos son bastante genéricas y te hacen sentir como de que estás incluido en ello. Pinche Fisher se quedó pegada como araña ahí. Hello.
Another test cell. I got you. Solidify.
Okay.
You're open.
¿Qué tiro primero? A ver, vamos a hacer esto.
Mind the deluge.
And step. Break a leg. Oz, reveal thyself.
Qué poco aguante.
This is bizarre. How would anyone think to look here?
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Pero 13,000 pegó
And I
por un
still
momento.
maintain that I'm right in principle. Think how many days we've been here. No one else has come looking for us, have they? I can't believe we got caught. Just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid. Who the heck are you guys anyway?
Los amigos de Tauromaru.
Shouldn't waste any more time on these people. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand on the innocent civilians under their rule. You have things so much better here, and this is how you choose to live your life? It's pure selfishness. We should turn them over to the Adventurers Guild right away. Once their identities are confirmed, they'll get the punishment they deserve.
Please, show a little mercy. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. If you're willing to turn a blind eye on this, anything's up for negotiation.
That's enough! Tie them up and take them away.
A la orden general.
Oh, come to think of it, this is not a military camp, so there's no need for me to be so heavy-handed. But thieves still have to be punished. Let's escort them back.
I am pleased to confirm that these are indeed the individuals who stole from Komori Tea House. I didn't expect you to catch them so quickly, especially with no new leads to explore. In accordance with the rules, now that we have procured an oral confession from the treasure hoarders and verified the list of stolen items, we can now return the box to you. Here, please take it.
Thank goodness.
¿No piensas inspeccionar su interior?
Well, let me think. The contents of the box don't belong here. They belong on Watatsumi Island. So, let's head there now and open it.
Ah, que... ¿Para qué, güey? ¿Qué sentido? O sea, ¿qué diferencia hay entre abrir una cosa en un sitio que en otro? O sea, no porque abras algo en la China significa que va a estar mejor que si lo abres aquí en Ecuador. ¿O no?
One, two, three. Yes, it looks like they're all here.
¿Qué son esas cosas?
Some personal items that once belonged to the troops under my command. Water bottles, towels, knee guards. Just everyday items, but each one bears the handwritten name of its former owner. These were the only things those
Recuerdos
soldiers had
para
for
su
their families
familia.
to remember them by. We all knew going into that battle that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted to leave something behind as a keepsake for their loved ones. You see, their swords and polearms broke in battle. Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry, and many of them couldn't write very well, so they couldn't even leave a letter. In the end, all they could leave to their families were these ordinary items, artifacts of their daily lives.
Gorou.
My soldiers trusted me, but I failed to lead them to victory that day. Then they trusted me with these, and instead of honoring their last wishes right away, I had to hastily bury them in the sand. Every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the next time I'm faced with the same situation,
¿Ya tienes la caja?
stronger.
Es asunto resuelto.
Yeah. But right now, let me just mourn them for a little while longer.
Vaya, interesante. El último recuerdo. Déjame recordarlos por un instante. Oh shit, no la guardé. $70 protogemas. What? Y bien, así terminamos otra historia de estas de encuentro. La siguiente probablemente será Beidou. ¿Son 5 nada más? Acabo de darme cuenta que estos encuentros solamente son con personajes 4 estrellas. Excepto Bennett. Bennett es 5 estrellas. XD.
I hear the voice of fate.
Ay, cállate, ay, cállate. Pero, wow. Había algo que yo estaba farmeando. En 12 horas. ¿Qué hora es? Casi las 5. Voy a tener que gastar esto un poco. ¿En dónde lo gasto? Podría simplemente venir aquí. Ah, que la chingada. A ver, por aquí. Aquí. Además así pruebo un poquito official, ¿no?
Solidify! Be still.
Flag fly! Observe!
Ok. Ahora sí, esto.
Suiyu! Solidify!
And leap! Strike is one! By royal decree! I summon thee!
Pega ligeramente bien. Me falta subir el arco además, así que eso se traduciría en más daño. Habilidad de crítico, ataque, recarga de energía. Nada mal. Daño crítico, ataque. Este está bueno. Tiene probabilidad crítico al máximo. Ataque al máximo, diría. Y algo de recarga de energía. No está mal. Última vez.
Stabilize.
Unleash. Observe.
Cascade. Rise. Adept's beckon.
Break a leg.
Stabilize.
Oz, reveal thyself.
No rest for the wicked.
Nice. Ahora sí. Ahora. Oye. Para el Cookie Shinobu. Igual. Puede ser una opción. Puede ser una opción. Ya condenso esto y yo me voy retirando, amiguitos. 2 horas y media, no está mal. No está mal. Además ya hice todo lo que tenía que hacer, así que me voy chido. Para el siguiente día. Para un día de farmeo más. En fin, yo me voy despidiendo, amiguitos. Espero que les haya gustado el stream del día de hoy. En Twitch seguiremos haciendo streams diarios del Genshin. Si es que les interesa, pues dense una pasadita por ahí por el Twitch. Y con respecto a historia, pues no sé cuándo vaya a ser la siguiente entrega de historia. Así que, pues solamente puedo decirles que nos veremos en la próxima ocasión. Hasta entonces, pues amiguitos. Adiós.